I just love women by women.
We need more spaces. Men are massively overrepresented in the art world.
It should be open to everyone, but it's not, sadly.
It's just so crucial to have access to those spaces and those opportunities.
Because representation matters.
The point is there is a gender inequality and there are more men creating art in this city or performing their art in this city than other people, but there are just as many other artists. It's just about creating those spaces that feel safe for those artists to feel like they can grow and be heard.
So I'm Esme. I am one of the co-directors of Flos Collective, and I founded it 3 years ago with Kath.
We were kind of feeling actually a little bit hopeless about everything. We just graduated and it was post-COVID and we basically weren't able to get much work, or we didn't feel like there were many spaces that were available for new artists in Glasgow. So we thought we need to create that space ourselves.
So we decided to make Flos Collective for women and non-binary people, and then that's kind of extended into gender diverse people generally, sort of with the need and want for the space. And since then, we have been putting on pretty much monthly events, from exhibitions, workshops, kind of anything that we can get our hands on.
People come to our events, they take part, they meet other artists because it's always collaborative, and then they develop their own skills and practice and I guess like a sense of community through that, which has been really exciting.
This year we decided to put on our first festival. So it was a weekend arts festival across Glasgow, and that was kind of like a 4-day culmination of everything that we've done so far.
Got me dreaming with my eyes wide open for a future I can't even see, for a future I can't really see.
SPLINTR Festival started because we did a silly thing one year and we actually accidentally programmed 3 events across 3 weekends.
So we had an exhibition, a film night, and a club night. And when we did that, we kind of were like, oh, I mean, how hard could it be to smush all these things into one weekend?
That tends to be the way, I'm not gonna lie, with Flos Collective. Most things happen. We like have an idea, we go yappa yappa yappa, and then we are like, well, should we just do it? And then we do, with a lot of work, obviously.
We recruited some team members. First was Pippa, who's kind of been working with us throughout, and then we brought on Gaia as well. And having those 2 extra team members made it feel like much more manageable.
Then we were like applying for funding, trying our best to get funding, but not really putting through. So we then turned to the community and we started fundraising. Esme created a beautiful fundraising campaign which had us running around different parts of the country, being silly, creating amazing graphics, and setting up the page.
Creative Scotland agreed to match that funding, so in total we had £7,000, which was a crazy budget for us, considering up to that point we'd never had any funding or been paid.
Like, just to have that to play with was like, oh my goodness, we could do anything. Which I then think set us up to create like a really ambitious program of events, which kind of tied in all of the things that Flos Collective have done before, plus a few other things that us as individuals were interested in, but also things we thought would help our community develop. So programming panel talks, which we'd never done before, but were with really interesting people that we thought that our community would be interested in.
I think it's been really important to have these panels and have like SPLINTR platforming these artists, because I think something that doesn't often happen in these scenes is that there isn't a lot of dialogue and back and forth.
I like that they've included such different voices today. We all have such different experiences.
Events where we're able to come together like this and share stories, share conversations, I think they're really important, because ultimately we exist in community, our practices exist in community, and the only way we're able to really like develop what it is we're doing is through the sort of sharing of resources.
So the exhibition took place at the Alchemy Experiment, which was kind of the hub of the festival in the end. So we put out an open call, which is our usual way of running things, because we always want to invite new artists to show their work.
And the open mic night was around the exhibition that was curated. And it felt like a really beautiful way to open this festival, because we were just opening the floor to the community and anyone was able to stand up and perform, and everyone was incredible, you know, and that's just such a testament to how many incredible artists there are out there who just want to perform their work.
I think playing to a room that is curated in a way that is completely safe space and championing like non-binary female artists is just like a nice thing to share with people, and it was really fun.
I think it was like a new poem that I'd worked on, but it didn't feel fully done yet, and I didn't use a mic, and I just put a bit of paper down and I just went with it, and the room felt very like they were going to hold me no matter what.
This is like the first time I've really felt confident enough to just shoot for it, just go for it with singing original music.
It's made me so much less scared, I think, and everyone here is just lovely. I hope I can work with them again, for sure.
So club nights are something that Flos Collective have run before, but when we were thinking about a SPLINTR Festival, we really wanted it to feel like a big celebration, again, like of our community, of like women, gender non-conforming and trans people. Glasgow has an amazing like DJ scene, and we really love it. But we're not actually the best at curating those lineups and making them as good as they could be, I feel. So being able to hand that over to Adoraya was like really special.
So Flos Collective, they're all about platforming like, you know, female, non-binary and gender diverse trans like artists, and also like engaging with the underground and the grassroots, and all of that is just, it stays true to my values of making sure that the people that deserve to have a voice get the chance to have a voice. So tonight I'm curating like a fully POC cast, and honestly some of the most amazing artists I've ever met.
The reason why I love Flos is they do always put in the effort to include like people of POCs.
But I think something that was really special about Breakline was that it was super femme, like there was so much like feminine energy in the air. There were people like throwing it back, like dancing around and like not feeling self-conscious about the way that they were presenting themselves.
A fantastic night where you just feel safe, where you just feel like you're being seen for who you are, where you feel like you can be a slut and it's okay to be a slut. Yeah, that's the tea.
I think Flos Collective is really important in Glasgow. They're like a powerhouse of creating like really inclusive spaces for women, non-binary people. I know I owe a lot of my own support and community that I have in Glasgow for music and the arts to Flos.
I've grown up in Glasgow all my life and I've never been to anything like this before.
I think it's good to like mark out a wee corner where it's like, this is definitely for you guys. We want you guys here, and more people can get involved.
It's really amazing to feel like, oh, I recognize that face and I recognize that face, and you can like lift each other up and connect each other to opportunities and just like, yeah, help everyone keep doing the stuff they want to do. And Flos have been around for like a while now, and it's really fun that they're still going and they're getting even better and getting even more opportunities. So it's amazing to be part of like their whole thing.
Overall, like the festival went honestly better than I could have thought. We sold out, I think, 5 events in the end out of the 9, and then the others were like really well attended. And I mean, most importantly, we had a lot of feedback from the artists and everything, saying how amazing of a time they had.
Putting on SPLINTR Festival was a huge amount of work, and you know, we were all kind of completely exhausted before it had even started, but as the events opened and the people came in, you know, it just makes it all worth it. And you witness these conversations that are happening in rooms and these artists being uplifted, and really just some beautiful evenings with beautiful conversations, and it just felt really important, and it felt like something that I haven't really seen happen in Glasgow.
It's just inspired us so much for the future, which is great, because I was worried that I was just going to feel completely burnt out by the end of it, but it's been the absolute opposite effect, where now I'm so excited to do this again and do this bigger and do this better and continue these conversations.
What SPLINTR Festival like is about is providing spaces for artists to be able to come and share, and that can sometimes feel like a lot of pressure, because you want that to go well for them, and you want the spaces to feel busy, and you want the audiences to reciprocate that. And I really think that that is what happened. So I'm feeling just feel really happy. Woke up smiling this morning, had a little cry, felt really good in a nice way.
Together we stand. Be my sisters. Hold my hand. Hear my whispers. All across this land, together we stand.